Hardline candidate Rodrigo Duterte looks almost certain to win the Philippine presidential election. Preliminary results based on 90% of the vote give Duterte an unassailable lead of nearly 6 million votes. The former mayor's campaign focused almost wholly on tackling crime and corruption. He was the most controversial candidate in the race, and his victory could dramatically reshape the country's political landscape. Well, one of the contentious issues is his tough stance on law-breaking. Duterte has promised to ruthlessly wipe out crime within 6 months by killing criminals. Human Rights Watch says Duterte has promoted death squads during his 7 terms as mayor of Davao City. It's an image he's cultivated. He's also drawn controversy for inflammatory comments about the Pope and making a joke about an Australian missionary who was raped and murdered. Well, Jamela Alindogan joins us now live from the Philippine capital, Manila. Jamela, get us up to speed on the vote count. Is Duterte set to win?
Yes, indeed, he is expected to win by a landslide, although the numbers remain to be unofficial tallies at the moment. The Commission on Elections is expected to announce him as the winner within the next 6 hours, about early evening Manila time. Now, a lot of two of the front runners together running with him have already conceded. They've already announced and expected that Rodrigo Duterte will be announced the winner. However, the vice presidential candidacy remains very crucial. It is crucial because with Duterte at the helm, a lot of people are rooting for a softer vice president, Leni Robredo, who comes from the ruling coalition party here. She is in a tight race against Bongbong Marcos, the former president and the dictator's son, Ferdinand Marcos, who is also now running VP against Leni Robredo.
Tell us a bit more about the man, about Duterte and his record as mayor, because that's gone a long way to him winning this kind of popularity, hasn't it?
Yes, definitely. So Duterte was this tough, rough-talking mayor who was mayor of Davao for more than 20 years. When he ruled Davao at that time, Davao City was one of the most violent places in the country. Now, he managed to turn that into the richest country, especially in Mindanao, which has long been held back by war and armed rebellion. So this has been the perfect example, what he calls Exhibit A, for what he is capable of doing. It seems as if the majority of the population, do look forward to this disciplined Iron Man rule of Duterte. Just yesterday morning, local time, he already announced that one of his first rule would be imposing a 1 a.m. curfew on liquor ban and all of these bars and restaurants here in the rest of the country. That's something that he has imposed in Davao City for many years now. There's a lot of things at stake here, but it seems as if Duterte will have a bit of honeymoon period with the local population for a while, depending exactly on how he is able to fulfill his promise of eradicating corruption and criminality within 6 months. That's something that actually propelled him to power here. So he is this guy who is seen to be the Trump of the East, though not exactly accurate, because compared to Trump, Rodrigo Duterte is in fact a very socialist, progressive politician who is considered to be a unifying force, who can bring in the communist revolution to a closure, who can bring in the more National Liberation Front, the more Islamic Liberation Front, to continue peace talks with the government. So he's many contradictions as a president. And he said earlier today that his presidency will be a resurrection for the country.
Okay, Jamela, many thanks for that. Jamela Alindogan there for us in Manila.